Good afternoon, students. Good evening. Can you hear me? Raise your hand. Good, good, good. Hands down. How do you feel about homework? Who think it was? Hands down, everybody. Alex, Cage, down. 2 seconds. Okay. Who feel it was very easy? Raise your hand. Okay, good. Put your hands down. Who think it was very difficult? Okay, let me see some question. Yeah, you can hear. You can't hear? So log in again, Brianna. Log in again. Okay. And definitely, rest of you, raise your hand. Who think this was medium? Medium. Okay. Put your hands down. Next question. Who need to review this concept, how we do this, how we make, how we solve triangle inequality from, who does not, hands down, hands down, everybody. Sorry, Elizabeth. Who need to review this concept, generally speaking, what we're doing here. Okay. Let me do this with you. I prepared these handouts, prepare handouts in this same order like we send it for you. Okay. And let me see. I will prepare handouts first of all. Okay. These handouts. So I have handouts, and first of all, let me review this on the whiteboard. So one more time, what we're doing here. I left my favorite campus in Germany. When I get it in a couple of weeks, we're gonna go in details. It's much more convenient this one. But the idea is, in geometry, this is a topic, how to build any triangle using a compass and a straight edge. I show it again very fast. Let's say we have few segments. We have a few segments. Segment A, this big. Segment B, this big. And segment C, let's say this big. I want to build a triangle. How would you usually do this? You make a line. Pretend this is not a ruler. This is a straight edge, which help me only make a straight line. Choose a point. Take a compass. And using this compass, measure segment A, this big, and put over there. And this my A. The length of this segment equals to A. After that, I'll take another segment, B. And this is this big. I go to this point and make arc. And this from this point to this arc always equals to B, because this radius equals to B. Now I have another one, C. C. I go to this point, which you had at the beginning, and make another arc. And distance from this point to any point on this arc equals to C. So far so good. Any questions? After that, I take straight H and connect this point of intersection. So this and this point, if I connect them, I will get C. And this and this point, when I connect, kind of like this, I got B. So analyze what you get. To understand this step. Step very easy. You can buy a compass and practice, because we will have many different examples. I will give introduction to proof in a while when we be ready for this. And practicing helps you a lot to understand this mechanics. Any question how I build this triangle? Now, you can measure length of sides by small letters, or put A to vertices B and C, and look at this. Opposite of vertex A, we have side A. Opposite of vertex C, we have C small, and B small. And from this picture, we can get properties. Property 1, pretend that's your home. Your home. This is Fibers Academy. And this I make room here. And this is palm tree. I will do not Africa. Use green color. And this is palm tree. And this is your home. So based on this picture, you can see clearly that if you go from your home to Fibers Academy, this is shorter than go to Africa, and after that go to Fibers Academy. Or you can restate that distance from your home to Africa and to Fibers Academy is longer than distance straight to Fibers Academy. So otherwise, you know the total of two sides, any two sides of any triangle must be greater than third side. You can write from here that either B plus C is greater than A, or A is less than B plus C. Another triangle exists. Who understands this 100%? So I want you behind the scene, see this picture, see this, ask me questions if you have. Why is crucial? Because this is basic. Pretend I want to build another triangle. Pretend another triangle. Let's say A is the same. A kind of the same. I will name it A1, B1, C1. Okay. I make a line subdividing these two pictures. And this is, let's say, A1. And this would be B1. And this would be C1. I want to build this triangle. So again, make a line. I'll make a line. And on this line, I use a compass. This is starting from this point. And I measure this A1, like we did a couple minutes ago. So distance from this point to this point equals to A1. And right here, A1. Now, to do the same steps, I'll take B1, go to this side, to this point, and make an arc. So distance from this point to any point of this arc equals to B1. Now I take another one and go to this point. And this would be A1. A1. So what we figure out, these two arcs, if I expand any direction, they not intersecting. Because why? These two sides are too short. So triangle cannot exist in this situation, too small. In many questions in geometry, you have to figure out either triangle exists or not. And this is one of main conditions of existence of triangle. And I give example. For instance, this is let's say 6. Well, this is bigger, right? This is 7. This 6 and 5. Can you build this triangle? Check it. Is 6 plus 5 is greater than 7? Or 7 is less than 6 plus 5? Yes, 7-11 problem. You can build it because this distance from your home to Farmers Academy is shorter than go to Africa and go back. But there's not one exists, not one condition. We have another one. Any side of triangle supposed to, let's say, A, this condition number 1, the first one. And the second condition, in order triangle exists, any side of triangle A must be greater than difference between two sides. Any two sides. For instance, is 7 greater than 6 plus 5? Yes. Greater 6 plus 6 minus 5, which is 1. Yes, good. So if it, and actually, what you have to check each of the side, not one. Generally speaking, you have to check all relationships. If I want to be specific for this, I want to be sure that this one, let me write again. 7 is less than 6 plus 5. 6 is less than 5 plus 7. 5 is less than 6 plus 7. In order to triangle exists, all of them are supposed to be truth. Or the second group of 3. 7 supposed to be greater than 6 minus 5. 6 supposed to be greater than 7 minus 5. And 5 supposed to be greater than 7 minus 6. If all of them satisfy these two inequalities, basically, so triangle exists. So yes,
I have a question. Let's just say that A would be 7, B would be 4, and C would be 3. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. Would it count as a triangle or no?
I have, what is it? Is it, it look like equality? What do you think? This look like equality? What do you think? Is it equal sign or not?
No.
No. I have a question for you, Nathan. Pretend we have 3 points on the plane. Can you connect these 3 points in any circumstances, get a triangle? Yes or no?
No. Wait.
I give an
Yes.
example. Yes or no? Who think if you have 3 points on the plane, I can get triangle in any situation? Raise your hand. Again, my question is, I connect 3 points on the plane, and if I connect them, I get triangle. Let's vote. Good. Put your hands down. Who think opposite? If I have 3 points on the plane, not necessarily I can get a triangle. Interesting. The first group won, but let's see. I give example, like exception. Well, I need more room, but pretend I put 3 points on a line. Let me raise a little bit here. Can I raise this part? I need room. Yes. Okay, let me make a line. If I make a line and pretend this is my line. So situation A, I have C, A, B. I connected, yes, I got triangle. Now, what am I gonna do? I put this C, A, and D. But what I did, students, I put them on a line. In math, like in different, any field has terminology. Let's say if you go to lawyer, lawyers sometimes speak such a language that you have no idea what he is talking, a doctor, let's say, right? Because profession, they have terminology. And now you're profession in math, and we name 3 points which belong to one line. We name it collinear. Collinear. They belong to one line, collinear, like co-workers, right? Work together. They belong to one line, collinear. Is it triangle? Does it look like triangle, Nathan?
No.
No, because absolutely from C to A we have B, and from this is A to B I have C, and from C to B I have A. So this is A. Let's analyze what we get answering your question. Can you see, Nathan, that in my case, if I add B plus C, I will get A. Not greater, not smaller, equal to A. Okay. So I answer a question. If you have total of two sides equal to the third side, this is not a triangle.
Oh, it's not the same equation. I get it.
It's not equation. This is inequality. And
Oh,
this,
equality.
okay.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
Nothing develop your brain like math. Definitely, math is a queen of all scientists, one of all sciences that we have. And geometry is very specific because geometry based on proof, especially when you go to 9th grade. But I give you basic of proof for this course because seeing is not believing in geometry. You have to prove. When I solve problem behind the scene in my brain, every step I prove. You have to prove. It helps you in any profession you have because geometry develop great art of proof. Every step you have to prove. Well, but this about who understand up to this? This is concept of our homework. So if you have this question on the test, they give 3 numbers. Do you need to have compass? We name compass in English, it's like ambiguity. Compass, we name this compass, and compass we name, you know what this compass mean, right? And this also compass. We name homonyms. Compass, compass. I'm talking about this compass. Okay. Good. We have different compasses. I show this compass. It's also compass. And this is student who get a while ago when they get to STI, all of them get STI any of this grade school, all of them this magic wand from Dr. Faber. Compass. Magic wand. So if you understand this, who understand this concept again? Raise your hand. Yes, students, if you can see if some have difficulties with, first of all, change your provider, but for now, rejoin again. Daniela, rejoin again. Something wrong with, because I have the fastest internet, the fastest fires, and the most updated computer. This everything is, I always use the best tools. So if something wrong, it means you have maybe not nice connection. And by the way, if you use Wi-Fi not durable, better to use some wire. Okay, because resistance is smaller when you have wire, and definitely have nice speed for internet. Okay, who has question about this before I erase? Ask me questions. Okay, this help us a lot. Unfortunately, I can make all this, so this package you have for today. I can solve this on the whiteboard and check, because otherwise you'll not have time in new topic. That's gonna do. Okay, Ryan, you understand everything? Let me check. You came usually late a little bit after your school, you know. So far so good, yes?
Yeah, I can understand.
What is my suggestion? Do you have specific page which is more difficult for you? Okay, let me solve this triangle inequality, MCQ. Let me see a couple of them I solve on the whiteboard. After that, we go to the share screen. Let me erase it. I will leave these conditions. Well, one of this question is, Where the following set of measures form a triangle. And I write this problem number 1. And MCQ multiple choice questions. So A is, I believe, 11 and 21 inches. B, multiple choice, 5, 7. And this is 6 inches. 5, 9 inches.
Wait, Dr. Harper,
Yes.
which one are we doing? S1, S2, or S3?
S1.
Okay,
S1
thanks.
from the beginning. You can do any of this. Good. C is 25, 12, 39. And D is 10, 18, 32. And that's which of the following set of numbers form a triangle. In order to set, imagine each of these numbers represent length of a side of triangle, length of the segment. And you check. According to this rule, we have two conditions. Let's say I want to check A. This answer. Is, and you know, one side, any side, supposed to be less than total of two sides. Let's say is 21 less than 11 plus 6? No. 21 is not less than 17. Triangle cannot be drawn on the whiteboard. Because we need any side supposed to be less. Any side supposed to be less than total of two sides. And 21 is not less than 17. So far, so good. To understand this, let's go B. Is in B what we have. I'll take this is 9 less than 5 plus 7, which is what? 12. Yes. You can build a triangle. Let's check C. Is 39 less than 25 plus 12, which is 37. No, you cannot build triangle. D is 32 less than 10 plus 18. 10 plus 18, which is 28. No, you cannot be triangle, too short. And this is fine. To understand this 100%. So any side of triangle is less than total of two sides. Must. If not, it's impossible to build. Okay, let me do this way. I will explain one or two problems from each of these. Each of handout. Make sense for you? One or two problems from each handout. We have 9 handouts. I explain one number one. And any question from this page? If you have a specific question, you have difficulties, tell me, we'll do together with you. Yes, Daniela, you can rejoin. No questions about this page? Let's go to page S2. I also take some of them. S2, multiple choice questions. Okay. Let me solve randomly any of this. Let's say number 4. It was MC multiple choice S1. Now multiple choice question S2. For instance, we have a question least and greatest. For instance, number 4. Number 4. Which the following the greatest possible number? The greatest, I make it short. And they give numbers. Which of the following is the greatest possible number or measure of the third side of triangle if the other sides measure 6 and 14? We have 6 and 14. Imagine you have triangle and they ask you to find the greatest. Let's say this is 6, this is 14, and this is x. Well, according to this rule, if you're looking for greatest, any side of triangle less than total of two sides. Six plus 4, 14 is 20. And this multiple choice question. How you solve inequality? For inequality, make another line. Put 20. This is strong inequality. You make a hole over there. 20 is not included. And x is less, it means you have to shade left part. This is my solution set for this inequality. Now return what they ask you. Can I have 20 answers, students? Can I have answer 20, Nathan? No, 20 is not included. You see, I make a hole. Can I have 21? No. 22? No. I can only go.
Oh, because it's a circle. It's a circle without the shaded.
Yes, but what is the biggest number here? Tell me.
19.
19. Make 19 shaded, and this would be the answer. So to find greatest, I use the same approach. There's two conditions when triangle exists. And this step you're supposed to follow. Step number 1, what is given. Step number 2, write this inequality in this picture. Depict. When you have inequality, it's supposed to be like mathematical culture. Always make number line and find solution. Who understand this? 100% raise your hand, students. 100. 100. Who has questions? Ask me questions if you have. Better to use a microphone. It would be faster because instead of reading. Let me solve another one. I erase it from the same page.
Wait, Dr. Ferber?
Yeah.
So what's the answer? B?
19. Where is 19? 19
Because
is D. A, B,
What?
D, D.
Oh,
If you have
okay.
your handouts? D.
Yes, I have my handout.
So find Georgia number 4. The answer is 19.
Oh, okay, thanks.
I never look
I
for
just
multiple choice in this case. I just saw after that finding multiple choice. Okay, let me make a little bit more room. Number 2. Number 2. Who will read number 2 from the same page? Anybody? Fast?
I'll read it.
Please, Nathan.
Which of the following is the least possible measure of the third side of the triangle if the other two sides measure 27 inches and 7 inches.
Thank you. So always write, the question is, they ask you the least. This is your target. The least. Always think about your target. In trees, which you're using a lot in my practice, you use IFR, ideal final result, target. This is your target. What else? One side is 27 inches. And 7 inches. Just the pic to illustrate this, I also can make a picture. Let's say this is not to scale, scaling triangle. This is 27, this is 7, and this is X. And this problem versus problem number 4. What is difference? In this one, the greatest. In order to find the greatest, you have to find this value. Because if it, from this picture, very easy to answer. You found the greatest number, and from solution set, find the greatest value. When they ask you to find least, let's use second statement. This X always greater than different two sides. I will put in a red, let's see. Okay, this is red, and this is, let's say, green state. I will refer to this, like green. Okay. Same giving markers. So X is any side of triangle is greater than difference of two sides. 27 minus 7, which is 20. The pick a number line. This step number 1. Okay, what is given? Step number 2, inequality. Step number 3, number line. And put here 20. Make whole. It's not included. What part is supposed to shade? Right part or left part? If it's greater. Help me with this. Come on,
Right
Sila.
part.
Red,
Right.
yes, right part definitely. And it's, let's say, 30 possible here, yes. But what is the least if 20 not included? Who will help me? What is the least value?
21.
21. 21, bingo. I make it shaded. 21. 21, and so let me see if I have it. Yes, this is B as in boy. Okay, two conditions, green and red. The greatest use is green, use common sense without memorization. And the least use this red. Who understand this? 100% raise your hand. Is it difficult? Always remember this case with Africa and the Farber Academy. Definitely go straight, always faster. You go to school. Let's say you went to Brooklyn Tech. Do you go to Queens in the morning to get to Brooklyn Tech? It would be idiotic move, right? You go straight to Brooklyn Tech. If you get to Bronx Science, yes. This is a point. Straight, always shorten. Well, let me see. Any questions about this page? Tell me if you have any questions for any number. I will show how to do this. Not specific questions. I see some.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
It's not on this page, but it's MCQ sheet 1, question 2.
Okay, MCQ1. Read this question number 2.
We did?
Read this. Read.
Oh, which of the following cannot be measure of the third side of the triangle if the other two sides of measure is 23 feet and 8 feet?
MCQ1. Thank you, Nathan. And this is number 2, right?
Yeah.
With the following cannot. Always write this word, cannot be. Sure, it's not creative writing. On the third side, if other two sides are 23 and 8. 23 and 8. Actually, what they give you, scaling triangle, this is 23, this is 8, the same unit of measurement. And this is x. Now look at multiple choice. Since MCQ, it's multiple choice question number 1 page. Okay, you have different numbers. And you know that any side of triangle, you know that exists, x must be less than 23 plus 8, right? 23 plus 8, which is 31. So I look at multiple choice, any number which is less 31. Actually, I have to I'll show how to use two inequalities, but for this is enough. But look at A, Nathan. What in A we have answer?
32.
Is 32 less than 31?
Yeah. No.
Yeah or no?
No.
No. And this is a question. Negation. So this is the answer.
Oh, you just pick the highest number, basically.
Sorry?
Oh no, you add them and then you see. Oh, 32 is more. Is it more? Okay, I get it now.
Cannot. This is a negation.
Okay.
While ago, like they eliminated this, I believe, probably 4 years ago. It was a great part of SHSAT, logic. And logic, it was included in English part of test. But logic, usually I taught by myself, because logic actually is, even though it was in English part of SHSAT, logic is part of math. I show how to use different equations to solve logic problems. And this is logic, we name it negation, cannot. Okay, let's move to the next one. I believe you understand this. If you have any question, this is okay. You understand this. I only look for different type. So from page number MCQ3, they have the same questions, the same structure of questions, only different numbers. If you have any specific question for MCQ3, let me know, I will explain. No questions? Let me solve by myself. I show how to do this from system point of view. For instance, MCQ3 number, let me write this one. This MCQ3 number number 4. Number 4. Georgie, could you read it, please? Georgie, number 4.
Yes,
Please.
I can read number 4. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4. Which of the following is the least possible measure of the third side of the triangle if the other two sides measure 9 feet and 3 feet?
Okay, thank you. I will answer not on this question, I answer a little bit wider. Okay. Nice reading. And this is, let's say, what we have. They ask you the least is my goal. And sides are 9 feet and 3 feet. And they have multiple choices. If you depict it, let's say this is 9, this is 3, and this is x. And generally speaking, we have two inequalities, green and red, right? So x supposed to be less than 9 plus 3, which is 12. And if you use number line, okay, this is 12, excluded, and you shade left part since it's less. Now, from another side, from red point, x supposed to be greater than 9 minus 3, which is 6. So far, so good. So put here 6, excluded. And my solution set is, you can write like, generally speaking, let's 6 less than x and less than 12, analytically. But look at multiple choice. Least possible. If we have 6, this is 7 is least possible. But this approach, in many cases, you have to apply two conditions, because, for instance, you found less than 12, and let's say you decide less than 12, you choose 5. 5 does not work. To answer professional this way, you have to use two conditions. For answering this question, one condition is fine. Okay. I'm reading your questions. Who understand up to this point? Look at this student, where you study addition and subtraction numbers, 2nd grade. And one number supposed to be less than total, and it's supposed to be greater than difference. It's it. All philosophy, all these questions. Now, since I explained this approach, let me see.
Dr. Farber,
Yes.
why did you use two conditions for this problem and not the other problems?
You need for this only one condition. Only one condition. I show how to solve this problem, this kind of problem, generally speaking. We don't need this condition for this particular question. I show when, let's say, in many cases, they trick you. I show how to solve this problem because we have 9 pages, and later you see I will apply both of them. For this particular question, you don't need the second condition. Because you know when you have a list, right? That's your goal. You make this and instantly get the answer. But I show generally how to. I will think about the system. Did I answer a question?
Yes.
I show the
you.
second also equation. Second inequality also important. Okay. For instance, what is next page? Triangle inequality. We have 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Actually, the repetition. Triangle, I will name it TI. Triangle inequality, sheet 1. Triangle inequality, sheet 1. For instance, they ask you the least, but since I already explained, this number 1, for instance, the least, what we have? There are sides here 28 and 20. To find the least, you will write that, make a picture of this, let's say 28, 20, not to scale. And this x supposed to be greater than 28 minus 20, which is 8. Make number line, make 8. Go to right part, make a hole over there. And the least would be what? 9. Have any question, ask me. Do we need second inequality? No. But if they ask you if triangle exists, to check it, you have to have two inequalities. Who understand at this point everything? Okay, good, good. Next, any question from this page? If you understand this one, practice with entire page at home again and do the same steps. Let's go to this triangle inequality sheet 2.
Dr. Farber,
Yes.
I have two triangle inequality sheets, 1, 2, and 3.
Say it again, Diana.
I have two different triangle inequality sheets, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, but try to find, I agree, this is question of terminology. Try to find the same, what the same number like you have. You have triangle inequality, sheet 1, number 1, and you have 28 and 20.
All right, thank you.
Usually, I tell you why. Because usually, in American school, they give one lesson, one page. If you have another lesson, you have another page. But do you think, is it real to teach you, give you one page for a few days? What do you think?
No, not really.
Absolutely not. I give you 9 lesson questions for I give you assignment for 9 lessons. No wonder they have the same sometimes numeration or names from different parts. That's about it. It's like in sport. You want to develop your muscles, you have to work out a lot. Otherwise, biceps not will be strong. Okay. Dana, did I answer your question? Try to find the same numbers. Let's say triangle inequality. I give numbers. Triangle inequality. And this is sheet 2. And this also the list. Why I give you just for practicing. The list. This you go. And let's say I choose any of this. What number? Tell me. Let's say number 1. 38, 39. Least use this red one. And this is 38, 39. X is greater than 39 minus 38, which is 1. Number line 1. Shade this right part, make hole. And look at multiple, it's not multiple choice. Doesn't matter. This is 2. 2 is does. Piece of cake. Okay, good. If you have a question, ask me. Raise your hand who understand this 100%.
Dr. Farber?
Yes.
I wasn't sure. I did 38 plus 39 and I got 77, and as the least I put 76.
Okay, let me do this together with you. I use your way. Pretend I decided to use this way. From one side is I use this red one, but use green one, right? In green one, in order to triangle exist, x supposed to be less than 38 plus 39, which is 77, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, now, and make 77 make whole. Since it's less, go to left part. And your answer is
I got 76.
why 76? It goes to the left part. You see, it goes to the left part.
Yes.
Can I have 75?
Yeah.
Can I have 74?
Yes.
Can I have 73?
Yes.
Why 76 is the least? Ambiguity in this. You can answer using one number in this situation. But can I get different answers than 2 in this one?
I think so.
No. Which one? Tell me.
Oh, no.
Is it possible 3? Yes. Is it possible 4? Yes. But what is the least? What the least?
2.
Okay. This does not work. Use common sense.
So
Did
it's
you
incorrect.
question? First of all, you answer different question. You answer instead of what is 76, frankly speaking. Let's say you decide 76. How do you name 76 in this case?
The most possible whole number?
The greatest, right?
Yes.
And ask you the least. Let's skip this. Answer different question. I remember many years ago, I had one nice student. His name was Grayson. He was the first in his the worst student in his school, and parents came before classes and he do everything opposite. And I was very surprised. I have never seen this. When I said, write it down, he put his pen, look at me. Don't look in the window. He came to the window, looked to the window. Since I like psychology, I have 19 diplomas in psychology, especially psychology in education. It was very curious to me why he doing this. I decided to make experiment. I said, everybody except for Grayson, take notes. He looked at me and started taking notes. I found key to this kid. And every time I use except, and guess what? He got with almost perfect score to Mark Twain. After that, he got to Stevenson, etc. Bright kid, bright kid. My suggestion, don't do opposite. If they ask you least, don't give greatest. Real story. Well,
Barbara,
yes.
what if you didn't exactly solve number 1 this way, but you got the same answer? Like, I didn't really graph it, but I did use the same equation. Well, not equation, sorry, inequality, force of habit. So I did 39 minus 38 equals to 1, and then 1 plus 1 equals to 2.
And why you added 1?
Well, because if x can't be 1, because that would be equal to 39 minus 38. So I just added 1 because it's the least possible.
Yeah, you can do this. You can do this. But my suggestion, it's a little bit voodoo. It's great. I get it. You have nice logic. Everything is fine. But I look to this math like whole picture. You see, like fragment for this problem. Very important chapter. Now I teach you. Maybe you can't read it. Maybe can. I don't know. I'm not sure. We have special chapter inequalities. When I teach, you see inequalities, geometric inequalities. I don't know. You can see it's too dark. Maybe you can read inequalities. So when I teach one, I see entire picture in future what you need for this test and for basic of math. If you have a chance, I give professional writing of this. Better to develop this way. What you did is fine. If you do on the test this way, you pass, no question. But do we care about test or we care about your success in future? Tell me. What do you think?
Both.
Yeah, but
Okay, for me, test is a sequence from your knowledge. Because many people who prepare for tests, when you come to the school and they give you a specific test, they name it placement test. If somebody prepare you like, how to say it? If somebody prepare, how to say in English, натаскивание. If they help you only with this test, you will not be ready to solve this this placement test. It's absolutely different format. Plus, and have you seen that students from Stuyvesant, they don't have enough time to sleep. Why? Because they prepare for this test by somebody, and they get a lot of homework, and they're not ready, they're not prepared for math, they prepare for test. And they're struggling at night when you're supposed to sleep, they're still doing slowly this homework, but not my students. Students who get this preparation are looking forward in future. They, during break in STI, they do fast and correctly using this way, all homework. At home you have fun, you go to sport, to anything. This is my point. See the forest, not the leaves. Make sense? Good. So that's I insist you're supposed to develop this style. I wrote more than 2,000 books and articles. If, let's say, recently they published a book in Singapore and sent me for reference. Before it was for Edinburgh book. I know standard how to write math. If you follow this standard, it helps you a lot. Okay? Maybe long answer, but this is key of philosophy. Mark and Daniel, you don't need any applications here. You don't need applications, okay? Concentrate on this class. Did I answer your question?
yes, thank you.
You can do this, but better to digest professional way of writing. Number 3. Few words about number 3. I need to, how much time? Okay, good. I need time for new topic as well. Number 3. Triangle inequalities. And this S3. For instance, let's do any of this, what we have. Okay. Let's say number 3. With the following cannot be. This is my target. If you have 30 and 10 inches. So this is 30, this is 10. Okay. Without looking to multiple choice, I will apply to time this inequality. 2 inequalities. For instance, this x is less than 30 plus 10, which is 40, and x is greater than 30 minus 10, which is 20. I use number line, and this is 20 not including, this is 40 not including, and this is x. And this solution set. Now, when I have solution set, I look to this solution set, which number, let's say A is 30. Is it possible 30? Yes. But since a negation, it does not work. Cannot be. Is 39 possible? Yes. But since
Dr.
it's,
Father,
yes.
sorry, what page is this?
Triangle inequality, MC, or it's MCQ. MCQ S3. MCQ S3, this one.
Thank you.
Welcome. Why I give you this example? Because you asked me about negation. I remember one question. So 39 possible, 21 possible, and 19 is not possible. Since you have negation, you see the answer is 19. And Daniela, this how picture helps you to do without mistake. So far, so good. I'm looking for different varieties of problem. If I explain least, most, couple more. What else do we have? I'm looking for different type. If you have the same algorithm, I moved forward. For instance, triangle inequality, sheet 1, number, let's say, what is it, 1. Triangle inequality. Sheet 1, and let's say number 1. What is your goal? The greatest. Always write goal. And we have 12 and 18 feet respectively. So make this triangle just for explanation, 12, 18, x. Then they ask you the greatest, use this green inequality. X is less 12 plus 18, which is 30. Make number line, this is 30. Make over there. Number line name is X. And move to the left. And the greatest is, help me with this. Help me. What is the greatest from this picture? So come on. Who is ready? Evelyn? Yes, Evelyn K. What is the greatest from this picture?
29.
Yes, good, bingo. 29. Okay. Become stronger and stronger. Rest of it just practice. Practice, make perfect. So I explained all different kinds of these exercises. If you have some specific, ask me question. Ask me question for any page, any number. I'm gonna go through this. Behind the scene, we have simple philosophy. Two green and red inequality. Sum and difference of two sides. Okay. So you have a chance to redo this at home, and after that we check. Would you like to get a problem from real test SAT, SHSAT before we go to next? Okay, good. Make a picture. So this your packages, since you understand this key to this concept, you can do by yourself. And I give some example from real SHSAT. So no hint from Dr. Faber, right? Try to do yourself. And in your control panel, write me the answer. Since I need room for new topic and for Our right is in the left corner. Try to make in your notebook nice picture. Maybe you have more room. I want to place I will place 3 triangles next to each other, okay? And picture is not to scale. Let's say 1 triangle. This is problem number 1. 1 triangle is, let's say, again, not to scale. This 89 degrees, 29 degrees, and 62 degrees. And this triangle is ABC. Okay.
Dr. Farber,
Yes.
can I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay.
Don't forget to come back. Well, not to scale again, right? And this is B, D, C, 85. This 30 degrees, 65 degrees. And one more triangle from this point. And this is 70, 80, and 30. And this is E. Okay. And the question is find the greatest I need room for this when you topic on the left part. Find the greatest side and send me in control panel. Find the greatest side. Okay, no hints. Pretend you come to the test. You have this question, and we're gonna go through this stuff with you.
Dr. Farber,
Uh-huh.
I'm confused on what I have to find.
I can't give you any hint. Pretend you come to the test, and they give this picture, and they ask you to find the greatest side in this picture.
Okay.
During my explanation, you can ask me any question, but this, I test you how you solve this problem. And send me in control panel. Okay, here I see your answer. No comments, students.
Dr. Farber,
How do you answer? And yes.
can I go use the bathroom?
Sure.
Thank you.
welcome. Don't forget to come back. Mhm. So no comments, I just analyze what you sent. Everybody, without exception, try to solve it. For me, it's feedback, how you understand this. So far, I got 7 answers. I want the rest of you. Anybody else? Okay, students, 1 more minute, not more, because I need time for explanation. I got 17 answers from you. Where is the rest of you? Okay, students. Raise your hand who need help. Okay. Let's do it together with you. I need more room for this. And today we cover a small topic, but important topic. I will not erase it so far. The topic is triangle angle. Angle. I make small experiment. Pretend this is triangle. You have nice imagination. But you see there's only 2 sides. Imagine I have the third side, expandable, invisible side. I put here my expander, one of expanders. Let's see, now we have 3 sides. Yes, can you see the 3 sides? Right? Now I practice with this expander. Look at this angle and this side. Now I make angle bigger. Side becomes bigger or smaller? So again, when this angle, this one, is bigger, side is bigger, becomes or smaller?
Bigger.
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 I will not give you fancy definitions. I just give idea. Because I give fancy definition, you get lost of this stuff. But I found from this simple experiment with my expander, right? I found relationship. Bigger angle, bigger side. Bigger angle, bigger side. Smaller angle, smaller side. Yes or no? Or I can say opposite of bigger angle, located the bigger side. And instead of this problem, I solve another easy problem. After that, I promise to return to this problem. And this is problem for your homework. Let's say I give problem number 1. Write it down. Okay. And we have 2 relationships. So again, bigger angle, bigger side. The bigger side is bigger angle. Well, I make a picture. Find smallest and largest angle. Fine, make notes with me. The smallest and the largest angle. So in experiment that I show, opposite of bigger angle located the bigger side. And opposite of bigger side located the bigger, you listening, angle, right? You read the statement back and forth. Now, let me make a triangle for this. It's not to scale. Let's say I have a triangle like this. What is it? W, make it nice. VU. They use fancy letters for this instead of ABC. And this 8 yards. This 16 yards. And this is 12 yards. And I want to find the smallest. The smallest. Angle. And the largest angle. The largest angle. Well, if they ask you the smallest angle, find the smallest side. It's like Olympic, right? On the first place, 16, 12, 8. This is the smallest side. Can you see this is the smallest side? Students, raise your hand. And opposite, this your eye here, beautiful eye here, you look in this. Opposite of this side is V. So EV is the smallest angle, angle V. Who understand this 100%? Who has question? Now answer the greater side.
I'm confused what that stands for.
Say
I'm
it again.
confused on what you wrote. I'm confused on what you wrote.
This
Like,
is angle V. Angle V located against this is the smallest.
okay, thank you.
Dr. Farber,
Yes, Elizabeth.
I don't understand how it's this small. Is it because it has a like a smaller scale than W and U?
Pretend this is U. We have in math, we have two statements. Let me make. Pretend this is your school. When you look from sky, this is school. And we have two girls. One girl is over there. He is touching this school. And this is a road. And this is another girl. This your beautiful eyes, and you look into this school. This in geometry we name you opposite of this school. Opposite. Next to. And this we name adjacent. Opposite, it means not next to. Opposite is opposite of school. Adjacent means next to. The similar situation, if you have this side 8, and this is girl, one girl. Can this girl touch this 8? Yes, because she is next to this. So V is adjacent to this side, next to. If I put here another girl, she can easily touch this side because U is adjacent to this side. But V is very far from this place, opposite. So your algorithm is find the smallest side and find angle V, which is this against of this, opposite to this side angle. So far, so good?
Yeah.
Let me continue after that, ask me question. Let's say my goal is to find the largest angle. How to find the largest angle? Angle not given. Even you use protractor, it doesn't help you too much at all. Why? I have tons of protractors here. Let's say I put protractor and decided to cheat to measure this. Will not help you. Why? Picture is not to scale. Use only logic. And the logic is, you know, opposite of greatest angle located greatest side and vice versa. Opposite of greatest side located the greatest angle. I'm looking for greatest side. This is the greatest, 12, 8, or this is the smallest side. The smallest. And this is the greatest. What angle is opposite of this side? Who will help me? What angle? Help me. Somebody?
U.
U, right? U. Angle U. Keep in mind, you can use either U or you can write angle is the same. WUV is the same. When you write angle, this vertex belongs to the middle letter. Or instead of V, you can write its angle WVU. Look at this, ask many questions. So use similar obvious property and we prove in the math in future. Opposite of greatest angle located the greatest side. And opposite of greatest side located the greatest angle. Who understand this 100%? Ask me a question. Let me check. I want to give you some example right now. And just give me the answer, okay? Very similar. I leave it for you. Okay. Let's say triangle. Again, not to scale. Seeing is not believing in math. I'll teach you basic of proof. Let's say we have triangle. And this is G. This is F. And this is H. And this is 30 inches. And this 39 inches. And this is 43 inches. Answer me two questions. The same. The smallest angle, the first one, the smallest. This is the smallest, is the question number one. And the largest. And send me two angles. Two angles. So divide by comma. Good luck. Don't rush. Think. Give me two angles here. Two angles subdivide by comma. First goes the smallest, and the second goes the largest. Yes, Alex, KHA plus. Yes, Evelyn. Yes, everybody who sent me so far. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody put yourself a plus. George agreed with me, Miriam. Okay. Yeah, but in future, Jonathan, just put two letters and comma. One letter, comma, second letter, comma. But you did correctly. Yes, Diana, good job. Only not necessarily to write these words. It's not creative writing. And David, I didn't get what you got. David, I don't understand what you wrote, but the rest of you got a plus, except of probably Emilia. Double check, Emilia. Okay. Where you have U? Do I have an angle U here? H, G, V, F. I don't have U. Sophia, I need two angles. Okay, let me do. Majority got A plus. Good job. I'll tell you what is A plus. Look at this. I look into the smallest angle. You know, opposite the smallest side located the smallest angle. What side is the smallest? The smallest side is 30 inches. Opposite of this is angle F. You can write angle F, comma, or just F. Now, everybody got it? Smaller side, smaller opposite, smaller angle. And order supposed to be this one, smallest and after the largest. Be careful, I'm gonna change numbers in a moment. Now, the greatest. The greatest side is this one, 43. And opposite to this side, angle opposite to this side is angle AG. So divide by comma. No written different words, smaller, bigger. I think this, no. Let's angle F, angle G. Or if you'd like, you can do instead of F, you can write angle H, G, comma, or HGF. Angle HGF. And for angles, usually we use capital letters. Who understand this? 100% students. Ask me questions if you have. If you have question, ask me. I'm gonna change numbers for you. Proof. I'm gonna change numbers. Okay. Let's say make this kind of triangle. Pretend this is triangle you have, right? It's not right angle like this. I make bigger. This, and this, not to scale. And this is D as in David. F is in Frank. E as in Edward. Numbers in inches, 52 inches. This is 48 inches. And this is 56 inches. The same question. Okay, good luck. Yes, only capital, Evelyn. Good job, Evelyn K. Okay, capital letters, please. For vertices, we use capital letters. Okay, students, if I ask you, students, Mark, or who is it? Let me see. Yes, Elizabeth, the first goes smallest, after that biggest. This not, okay, the smallest, biggest. Okay, you can write only 2 letters if you don't know how to type. Unless
Dr. Farber,
Uh-huh.
you called my name?
Probably. Let me see. Okay. Let me do this way. It will be faster. Majority you send me result. Ryan, did you send me result? Maxime and Elizabeth, you don't need any application.
Dr. Farber, I'm still working on it.
Okay, try to do faster. Faster a little bit. Okay. Look at these students. One more time. The smallest angle located against the smallest side. And the smallest side is 48. Opposite of this side is angle D. And you put here angle D. And this is the smallest. Now, the larger side is 56. And I'm talking about this picture, right? And 56, opposite of this 56 is F, angle F. Is it correct if you write, send me FD, students? What do you think? If you send me FD, is it correct or not?
No.
No, this is wrong.
Oh.
Because the first goes the smallest. Order is important because in your multiple choice, this test, not only multiple choice, open-ended questions. They give you 2 questions and they give you on multiple choice have pairs. The first is smallest, the second is greatest, whatever they ask you. Who understand this 100%? 100%. Okay. Let me give you some stuff about the angles I give, angles give. I give another example. Okay, you get the idea. Now the second part is Find the smallest and the largest sides. I'll do by myself. Sides. I make pictures. Write down together with me. It's not number 1 anymore. Probably number 5 or 4.
It's number 4.
4. Thank you. Find the smallest and the largest side in each triangle. And I have a triangle. Let's say a triangle like this. Okay. M is in Max. L is in Larry. N is a Nicole. And you have angles given 39 degrees, 114 degrees, and 27 degrees. Find the smaller side. I will do myself. After that, be careful. And the larger side. Okay. You remember this statement that opposite of greater angle located greater side and opposite of greater side located greater angle, you can read back and forth. So in our case, since they ask you the smaller side, find the smallest angle. The smallest angle is 27, step number 1. Obviously it's smallest, right? 27 bananas, so 114 bananas, right? And opposite of this angle is side LN. LN. When you send me, just write LN. LN. Don't use this line on the top. When you're doing your homework, LN, like segment. Who understand this? Opposite the smaller angle located the smaller side. The larger side, since angle is N is the greatest, side LM or ML, which is the same. ML is the greatest. Who understand this 100%? Okay, good, good. So soon, Anwar, what you writing? Why are you typing this some gibberish here? Just write correctly what I ask you. No playing around. Yes, Anwar. Yes, no. See my magic wand?
Did it by accident.
Okay, accident is different story. Now, I want to give you number 5. But if you have a question, ask me.
Dr. Farber?
Yes.
Can you re-explain how you found the smallest side?
Sure. Elizabeth, look at this. I find step number 1. I found smallest angle, which is 27. Can you see this?
Yes.
And opposite of this angle, pretend this is your eye. Your eye. And you're looking. Opposite of this. Opposite is side LN.
Oh, okay.
Ask me questions, more questions if you have.
And then for the largest side, the opposite of N is ML.
Yeah, now your eye is over there. Big eye, you look in this, opposite is ML. So easy.
Thank you.
Ready for number 5? Welcome. Can I read this? Any room? Okay, let me give this one. I will leave this picture for you. For instance, Another one is number 5. I have a triangle, not to scale, and we have J is a Jonathan, L is a Larry, and K is a Kevin. And we have angles 77, 60 degrees, definitely this degrees, and 43 degrees. I just remind you the total inner angles of any triangle is in Euclidean geometry is 180 degrees. If you go to nice college, MIT, etc., and you study math in depth, you will find there are different geometry, Riemann geometry, Lobachevsky geometry, but for here we just call Euclidean geometry. Total inner angles equals to 180 degrees. Okay, and different geometry is not 180. Now, good luck. Answer the same question and send me this. So this is a picture. Find the smaller side, and after that, the larger side in the same order. Okay. So beautiful. Except of Evelyn. Okay, you redo it, please. Only students are Mark. I ask you the smallest and the greatest. Order count. You did wrong. But majority is the same as Jacqueline. The first goes smallest, after that greatest. Okay, good, good, good. Well, let's go over because I need a little bit time for explanation for this one. Good, good. Majority get A+, but not all of you. Look at this. If you have the same, put yourself, use red pen and put yourself A+, smiley face. I want to go through this problem together with you, okay? Look at this, the smaller side. The smaller side. Since angle 43 is the smallest, the smaller side is KJ. It would be KJ or JK. Okay. Why? Because this side is opposite of angle, which is the smallest. Who understand this? 100% raise your hand. Can you write JK? Yes. It's the same like JK. It's the same. Now, the greatest side. I found the greatest angle with 77. And this your I. You look into opposite side, and this is KL. Or you can write LK, which is the same. Okay, who understands this 100%? Okay, who has questions? Without hesitation, ask me any questions. Always remember Dr. Farber with this expander, expandable side. This expander, I use the easiest expander for this one. And now I just remind you, bigger angle, bigger side. Bigger side, bigger angle. Simple. So far, so good? Good. Now, students, we have only 5 minutes left. Let me go through a real problem from real test, which everybody failed. Without exception, this one. In your answers, when you found greater side, something give me like ABC. ABC not a side, it's triangle. Something give me A. A is not a side. And something who gave side, you get wrong side. I have a question for you. Even you kind of grown up, right? But you were in childhood. You read some books like fairy tales. And in Russia, we had a book, Kolobok. You remember? Who knows Kolobok book? Raise your hand. Kolobok. In United States, I believe we have Gingerbread bread or Gingerbread man, right?
Yeah.
My dad showed me Kolobok. It's
Not
interesting. I like
Kolobok. Not Kolobok, Kolobok.
I'm saying it wrong. Okay.
He is not killer, just Kolobok. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's gingerbread man, basically.
Gingerbread man. You know, this is kind of bread made of like a sphere, and he roll over and is escaping from one animal to another one, and nobody can catch him except for fox and maybe. Remember?
Yeah. It's the same thing as gingerbread man.
The same, I know. I read both of them. I like fairy tales. So imagine we have a Kolobok or gingerbread man, and Kolobok roll over from one, but we don't have animals here. We have triangles, and we put here Kolobok over there. Okay, Kolobok. Look like Kolobok, and he roll over. And I put here, we have 3 triangles. This triangle number 1, not the best one. And I have different colors. Okay. Triangle number 1. Triangle number 2. And triangle number 3. Okay, good. Now, let me make for simplicity Kolobok. It's just one word. But Ryan, and soon you know this is gingerbread man, right? And
Yes.
let's say we go to, write down how we spell it. I will name it Kolobok, like this. Now, in triangle ABC, the first is he starts his journey in triangle ABC. And this is smart, it's not just Kolobok, it's GT Kolobok. What is GT? Students. Gifted and talented, right? And he knows in this triangle, since our goal is a greater side in this triangle located against a greater angle. Since I just write steps in order to review this, 89, or I will write angle A is the greatest. So from this follow that side BC is the greatest. BC is the greatest. In this triangle ABC. You know expression, a long journey starting from one small step. And his journey in triangle ABC. Who understand the step? Easy, we just follow few problems right now. But this gifted and talented Kolobok running over to this triangle. Number 2. In number 2, from one triangle to another, he can jump to number 3. this 1, 2, 3. In triangle number 2, I would name this BCD. Okay. This side BC against or opposite is opposite to 65 degrees. But side CD is opposite of 85 degrees. So what conclusion you can make in this triangle? Which side is greater? BC or CD? What do you think? Come on, student. Definitely CD. CD is bigger than BC. From here, you make conclusion that CD is greater than BC. So far, if you have Olympics and you put these places, you will see that this side is bigger. What is it? For instance, pretend this is China, United States. The tallest basketball player in China, he is the tallest among all of them, right? But he is not the tallest in the United States. In the United States, we have another person who is the tallest. You compare every time two items in each triangle. And finally, this smart Colobok rolling over to triangle number 3. In triangle number 3, we have named this triangle CDE. CDE. And what we know, the CD, this side CD, is, make notes, is opposite of 30 degrees. You see, opposite of E, angle E of 30 degrees. But in this triangle, you have another side. You remember what they trick you? They make it in not to scale. You see that against of 80 degrees, we have DE. And DE is opposite of 80 degrees, or angle C, 80 degrees. Angle C, 80 degrees. What conclusion you can make from this, units, from these two statements? Which side is the greatest? DE. So from here, you can draw a conclusion that DE is the greatest side. The greatest. It's like you compare 3 different people every time. Among of this is the biggest. But among of this is the biggest. And you get rid of this who is smaller this. And among of this is the greatest. Every time you compare. Do you know how computer work with, let's say, different, did you study a little bit computer science in your schools? Like sorting algorithm, when you have, maybe I prepare next time how you sorting algorithm. When you have internet, you want to find something, we have sorting algorithm where sort numbers from, in a sense, from smallest to greatest, easy to find. After that, we have binary search or different kind of search. Here, every time we find biggest of biggest. And the answer is DE. DE. And all this based on idea that you roll over from one triangle to this triangle. Every time you make comparison, you can compare these two different triangles with different scale. United States and China, different country. You find every time the biggest, or I can give a little bit another observation. Who understands this 100%?
Dr. Ferber, I have a question. How is DE the greatest if for CD it says the opposite is the 85 degrees, and isn't 85 degrees bigger than 80 degrees?
You can compare different countries. This is borders. Look at this again, Miriam. I understand your question. Try to get this. Look at this. And look at this is your friends. And your friend is, I don't know how to name it. Among of them, BC is the biggest friend. But BC in this triangle, you can compare different triangles. I'll give example. Not to make examples, not to scale. You have Titanic, huge one, and small model. Okay. Let's say the biggest item is this pipe over there. But this pipe in this one is much bigger than this pipe in this one. They're different objects. Behind this scene, we have three different objects. Every time I found this is the biggest one, BC is the greatest, yes. But if you forget about this, I'm supposed to erase this triangle. Go to next one. But in this triangle, this BC is smaller than CD. And this CD, if you go to third triangle, is smaller than DE. You have this inequality with the greatest, definitely DE. This 85, I give example. Look at this, they trick you. I have example like this, huge triangle. Okay. And this is 89 degrees. Well, let me put this 89 degrees, I make similar. And I have another triangle. You don't have enough room, Michael, that's some adjustment. Since it's written here. This 89. But I have another triangle which has side the same. This side is CD. But this angle is 85 degrees. And this angle is 65 degrees. So which side is bigger according to our lecture, this or this? Definitely this, because this CD. You can compare different angles for different triangles in this particular case. I explain why. Look at this. Let's say I have different triangles. Let's make this illustration from experience, you get it. Look at this. I show this small triangle. This is 90, 45, 45. Yes or no? And I show this triangle, which is 90, 30, and 60. different objects. In this triangle, this side against the 45 degrees, this long. And this side against of 30 degrees is this long. So if I could compare different objects like according to your algorithm, I will get gibberish on this. Look at this. Which side is bigger actually? In reality, the side against of 30 degrees is bigger because there's two different objects. That's why you have to roll over this Colobok from triangle to triangle persistently and make comparison between different items. Believe better, right? How you feel about Miriam?
Good, thank you.
Okay. Who will answer the students? Majority. Okay. So we did real problem from real SHSAT test. The only change number, but we have the same ideas. At home, I already prepared for you different sets like this. So let me give you homework. What you're supposed to do at home. First of all, let me take this one. Today is 14. What you're supposed to do at home? Redo notebook. Redo mistakes, you have correct answer. And redo triangle inequalities, which I explained in very details. I erased this red one. 9 pages. Use my steps. Did you have a chance to read this AI and our links we send you? Good idea to, maybe it has impact for your future. Maybe you choose one of these. Who read this, what I sent you? AI? No, today you will not read graph. Why? Because many students did wrong. So redo it, I get your score next time. And send me your score, by the way. Next time we check your score, sorry. Next is, I'll give you number 3. I named this topic triangle angles, what we have. And you also have kind of this package. Practice makes perfect. Triangle angle. I make some adjustment of a class. Angles. Use the same way. What I explain you. I underscore this, you'll get it. This you must redo. This is number 4. And I'm positive not everybody watched this AI and links. In addition, I send you some our information what we're doing in research and development, pharmaceutical nanotechnology. We send these links. My suggestion: look over this. You have to think about your future. Any questions about your homework? Who has questions about homework? Who understand this topic? Yes.
How many pages will the homework be?
Less or equals to 9. I'm not sure right now. I will check it again.
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Farber?
So students, you see, for me, very easy to give 1 page. The more pages I give you, the more you're supposed to double check. But impossible to, if you go to gym and take barbell and make like this and put it, you'll not have muscles. Our goal to win. I want to win on this test, everybody. Yes, we practice together with you. Yes, question.
Since we didn't go over the scores today, do we not send a signature?
Don't send signature today because I wanted today, I knew we have 9 pages. In order to get answer, I concentrate more on new topic. Next time we check this and we check another one. So far so good. Since you have correct answer, since you have algorithm how to solve, you can redo this. And next time your score will be higher. My goal is not to diminish, to help you. Next time we check both. More questions? But you send me your solution before test. Like every time I get answer, every time without break from Benjamin, he always send this, and many students send, but not all of you. Send me your results, your answer before the class. More questions? Okay, if you don't have any questions, we spend a little bit more time, but I believe it was it fun? Student, how you feel about this?
Good.
Good?
Good.
So have a nice evening. Be strong, be well, be optimistic. Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night. Thank you.
Take care.